Greetings, my name is Kevin Zhang. We're going to be going through two different core exercises. We're going to do one laying down here on the mat, and then we're going to do one over here utilizing the rings. So we're going to go through the progression. First thing we want to talk about is the hollowing out or the bracing of the core. So we just want to kind of start standing, hands on the abs, and just kind of imagine pulling your abs in almost as if you were going to get hit in the stomach. We want to brace. We should get a nice posterior pelvic tilt with this. Tight abs, we want tight glutes, we want to kind of engage the core, tight quads, and feel this pressure. Once we get there, then we're going to go ahead and advance to the floor. So what we want to do is, as we're laying here, we want to hollow out, we want to brace, we want to try to flatten our lower back here. We want to tighten the glutes, and we want to hold it. Okay, what we're going to try and find out here is exactly the right pressure to be able to breathe and perform movements. So if we do too much of a contraction, then our ability to breathe is going to be reduced. So we want nice 30% contraction, or hollowing out, tight glutes, tight abs. We want to prioritize the core before we do any kind of movement. Leaning back, tight abs, tight glutes. Feet together, we squeeze the heels, squeeze the glutes, tight abs, lower back flat. We want to do that for a certain amount of time. Okay. Once we get used to that, we're just going to add a little bit of leg lift. Again, the priority here is to make sure we prioritize the abs first, tight abs, tight glutes, and we go ahead and squeeze the heels, we lift the legs, and we don't want the back coming off the ground. We want to maintain the lower back on the ground. So again, prioritize tight abs, tight glutes, squeeze, leg lift. Head can be back, 30% contraction. Okay. If we don't prioritize the glutes, or excuse me, the abs, and we don't prioritize the movement, what's going to happen is the rectus abdominis is going to have a weak attachment because of the arch of the back, and it's going to be very hard to lift the legs. So this kind of reinforces the whole prioritizing the abs first. So if I tighten my abs, tighten my glutes, lift, I'm not going to get that lower back arch. Okay? And then for the power aspect, we can also add a little bit of weight. Okay, it doesn't have to be a whole lot. We go tight abs, tight glutes. All right, prioritize movement, tight abs, tight glutes, leg lift, squeeze and hold. Okay, again, we want to make sure we're using weight that's light enough where our lower back doesn't come off the ground, but we're stressing the core. And we can do that by, experimenting with different types of balls or whatever instrument you want to use for the weight. Again, so we want to go through the three progressions. Just the floor, hollowing out, tight abs, tight glutes, flatten the lower back, okay? Heels together, squeeze the glutes, activate it all. And secondly, we add a leg lift. Okay, tight abs, tight glutes, head back, lower back still flat on the ground. And then third, we add some weight. Tight abs, tight glutes, and then there. Okay. All right, so that's the first of the two exercises. The second one, we're just going to use the rings. And I'll rotate this. Hopefully you can see the rings here. Sorry for the low light. So the first thing we want to do is we want to learn how to, with the upper body, is just kind of brace our core. So again, tight abs, tight glutes, squeeze, squeeze, hollow out, 30%. And we're just going to go ahead and hold this position. What we're looking for here is that we're not losing this, and we want to maintain a good position. So as I lean forward, we don't want to extend away from ourselves, and we don't want to hunch over. All right, we talk about good shoulder and shoulder mechanics and core. So we're just going to go ahead and come up on our tippy toes, make sure we got tight abs, tight glutes, and then there. So we're adding the upper body movement with the tight glutes. All right. Progressing here, and again, you can adjust the height You can adjust the resistance. You don't have to have this set up. You can have it less or more depending on the client. But now we want to kind of add a little bit more core stability. So again, tight abs, tight glutes. We want to hold this position. Okay, again, we're squeezing, prioritize the movement, abs and glutes, shoulder movement, making sure, again, we're not arching, we're not hollowing or rolling the shoulders forward. Once we're able to master that, then we'll go ahead and do some alternative movement with the shoulders. So tight abs, tight glutes. We're gonna go ahead and reach out. Reach out. Okay. Biggest thing with that is that we don't, when we go ahead and reach out, we don't want to lose that bracing. All right, and that's one thing you'll find is when you have clients or athletes who can hollow out or can brace, but can't do that dynamically, they'll kind of lose or they'll lurch from one side to another. So again, with this progression, you want to make sure that we're good with the push-up position, and you want to increase the resistance, okay? And then what'll happen is you get a little movement if the shoulders are weak, or if the core is weak, you'll get a little bit of a movement, which will help stabilize a little bit more. And then we go the alternating, okay? So those are my two core exercises. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.